Yeah, countywide radio. Warm 'em up if you got 'em. Classic Radio Roundup, the warm-up session, 27115 on the AM radio dial. Oh, man. Where'd you go, Alley Cat? Now I got the warm-up video gate rolling. Gotta have some kind of reply, even if it's a quickie. Good.
Yeah, I'm here. I was getting a cup of coffee.
All right, Roger, 10-4. I'll give you a pass for that. You gotta get a hold of a beverage. Get yourself ready for the roundup. Right now, though, we got 8 minutes left of the warm-up session. Thought I'd get things warmed up, rocking and rolling, and ready to go. And things are working out swimmingly.
Yeah, I think you got that thing dialed in really well. It really sounds good.
It's a really good receiver. It's nice and big. Takes up a lot of space in real estate. I like it.
Isn't it amazing what people throw away?
I know, the thing was in the garbage. And the shame of it all is the thing's in like really good cosmetic condition. It's not like it's beat up or anything. I had to do some work to it to bring it back to life because it was not functioning, but it wasn't all that difficult either. It wasn't completely wrecked.
Yeah. I had a buddy that worked for BFI years ago, and he used to bring me all kind of stuff, from videotapes, where porno videotapes and all these things that places threw out, to lawnmowers, to CB radios, man, all kind of stuff. And what a great job, man. Only to get nothing done.
It is amazing what people throw out. Somebody thought they didn't have a use for it anymore, or somebody left it behind. They didn't know what it was. They turned it on, didn't know how to hook it up or whatever. It wasn't working right. And throw it in the garbage. It's in beautiful cosmetic condition. Anything electrical could be fixed. And all it did was really take some cleaning up and some alignment. It wasn't like anything was terminally ill.
I think I keyed with somebody.
Okay, good evening, y'all.
Who that? Is that old JR?
Oh, JR. Yeah, what's up, Pete? Good evening there, Mr. AC. I don't know who else is in here. I guess we're a little bit early, but that's okay. I got to warm it all up, too, 10-4.
Yeah, it's the Classic Radio Roundup warm-up session. Are you running some kind of flea power over there?
Am I running? There was a double there. I didn't get what everybody said.
Are you running somewhere in the neighborhood where you usually run or less?
I'm running 5 watts, brother. 5 watts.
All right, well, that explains the signal reading. I didn't know if my receiver was deaf or you were just winging it on flea power.
Yeah, flea power. All got to warm up. I got to step it all up. Just came in here and fired it up. Getting ready.
You're still giving me a pretty good signal. It's just not what I'm used to seeing out of you. Is also being the first time that I've used this receiver on this band. I need to know if it's working, and how it's working, and gauge everything accordingly.
I understand. Well, now you know it's working. 10-4. Yep, I got you. All right, good deal. Well, what radio you running?
I'm using my new Browning Mark IV. Yeah, that's it.
Wow, Brownie Mark IV. Yeah, I can make the needle on that swing, I bet you I can.
Yeah, you are. You definitely are. So I'm pretty certain my receiver is working since you're 30 dB over 9 now and you started out at an 8. But yeah, it's not a Browning. It's my Multi-Elmac with my National NC300.
Oh, man, you're multi-task. You got several things going on. Man, I can't wait to see the picture of that. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, boy, the video gate's rolling, recording it all for posterity and history.
Yeah. Good evening, Bagger. Yeah, let's just hope we don't get interrupted by lots of skip tonight.
I don't think we're going to get any skip tonight, man. There's so much solar flux going on and absorption going on. 160 meters was terrible tonight.
Solar flux capacitor? Solar flux capacitor.
Yeah, 2.3 gigawatts worth of solar flux capacitor.
You got that Elmac pinging like a Browning now?
Yeah, you like it?
Sounds very much almost authentic, man.
You know I know how to do that.
Yeah, sure. You just put a cap on the mute line.
That's right. You just have to find the right value.
Almost sounds like a train whistle in reverse, though.
330 microfarads it took to do this.
Well, it's a unique one, I'll tell you that.
It's almost authentic.
No, there's no almost about it. It is authentic.
Doing it the same way they do it. And if I find the right spot, it sounds wonderful. Come on, Breaker.
Rooster here, checking in.
Rooster, county-wide.
Radio on your 13 dial. Good evening there, Rooster. Oh, JR, Bagger. I don't know if Joe's out there yet. Pete? Hello, Rooster.
I heard the Joker. He's out here. I thought I heard him.
Well, in that case, good evening, Joker. He had to take a quick trip to Jersey. He'll be back. That won't take long. Trying to remember that guy's handle there. I told you.
Man, I gotta tell you, I like the S meter on this radio.
That would be Alley Cat. Thank you. Hi. Hello there, Alley Cat. Hello there, Rooster. Do you like the S meter or what? The National?
Yes, I like it. It covers a lot of ground and it's easy to read.
Yeah, S meters.
It's a good size. I mean, it's small in comparison to the rest of the radio, but it's big for an S meter.
Yeah, that's a good thing. You never have too small of an S meter. Oh, look at that.
And you're right at 8.5 S units, so the thing's not too far out of calibration.
Double meter.
Who would I double with?
Oh, JR.
Old Alley Cat gives me 30 over, and old JR gives me 25. Rooster's right at S9, a little better.
That sounds like it's pretty close then.
Yeah, you're about 8 and 4/10.
Yeah, the beam's not even perfectly at you either. It's a little bit more to the east.
I mean, it's that easy to see, though, that I could call it an 8 and 4/10.
Yeah, not like these tiny little S meters where, you know, the difference between 7 and 9 is an eighth of an inch.
Now, the difference between my 7 and 9 is probably better than a 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
We got a radio roundup breaker.
Yeah, we got 320 meters on this side. Ranger told me to tune in and see what's all about.
I missed the handle. What was that? Ranger 228? Is that what you said?
Ranger told me to check this out. This is 328 over here over near Spring Mountain.
Oh, 328 over near Spring Mount. Ranger told you to check us out. All right. Well, very good. I'm the Spitfire, 441, somewhere around Sanatoga. You're doing well.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the switch radios or not.
You're not as strong as I would expect from Spring Mount, but you're completely readable. I'll stand by and see if you can work anybody else in the group here.
Good evening, 328. Yeah, old Joe up here in Boyertown. I hear you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got a good 9 on you. 810-4. Yeah, I used to live down around that area there years ago. Yeah, I haven't been down there, though. I hear it changed a little bit, but that's all right. But anyway, you're making it up here. Pretty good. Give me a 30 plus, Taylor. Yeah, I know about them hills. That's Spring Mount Hill, 10-4. Alley Cat, do you hear that 328?
I do not. Nothing.
Yeah, I don't hear him either. I can hear him, but he's right in my noise.
Hiya, Wayne.
Hi, Pete. Hi, Dave. Hi, JR. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Wayne.
Hi, Mark. Isn't that an insurance company? Oh, Wayne, yes, it is.
I wish I had that number. Mark's high. It's either one. Hi, Mark, or Mark's high.
Well, one would give you insurance, the other would give you comfort.
Roger.
Comforting insurance.
Something like that, anyway. Well, you sound familiar.
Who sounds familiar?
Yeah, it reminds me of somebody back in the day from Norristown.
Well, some of us are previous Norristown area transplants.
That's right. Yeah, I used to work at Glasgow Quarry up there. I used to talk to Elaine all the time. Bob Splitter, I think he's dead now.
Oh, yeah, Channel 29. Yeah, Log Splitter is dead. Wayne Renegade, he's in here. Then maybe that's who you're thinking of.
Oh, Renegade, yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Renegade, can you hear 328?
No, I can't hear him at all.
He knows you from Norristown.
I'm not surprised. Everybody knows Wayne. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, Wayne moved out here a couple years ago. He was the last holdout from Norristown. Then we got Sandbagger. Maybe you know Sandbagger. And Spitfire. I was from Bridgeport, Channel 29 days.
Hey, Log Splitter used to live over there, outside of Limerick or something like that at one time?
He was almost Methacton. He was on Germantown Pike, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Germantown Pike? Or was it Ridge? Germantown.
Well, he wasn't on Germantown. He was back off of it. He was closer to Methacton High School.
Well, his trailer park, you had to enter his trailer park from Germantown.
Trailer park. No, I don't know about the trailer park. I remember when he was living in his father's place, he had the barn and everything. That was back off of, behind there.
Oh, I knew him when he lived in the trailer park.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave. I remember him living at his dad's place. I didn't know he passed away. What did he pass from?
He passed away some 20, 25 years ago. At least 25 years ago. He didn't make the millennium.
He was in a car accident. I thought he overdosed.
That's what I remember. He OD'd. He was doing a lot of pill popping.
That was Don. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm getting my passer awayers and confused.
The other guy was killed in a car accident. Don overdosed, yes. Last splitter's name was Don, so.
Yeah, that doesn't clarify things much. Yeah, Log Splitters was Don, but I got my first linear amplifier from Log Splitter.
There was another log splitter before that. I have a break on this radio. Yeah, maybe there was. That's a pretty common handle, I guess. Yeah, this guy used to snowplow and made enough money one winter that he went and bought a brand new Ford pickup truck. And then, like 2 weeks after he bought it, he got in an accident and he got killed. Yeah, that's not our log splitter. That's somebody else.
Yeah, Log Splitter worked at that CB shop down there in Rising Sun for a while.
Yeah, that was Don.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Okay. Now there was another log splitter out there too.
Well, I didn't know Log Splitter or the other one. I knew Don Log Splitter.
AKA the Gilch. Yeah, I met Wade through him. Did he steal somebody's antenna or something? I wouldn't put anything past him. Yeah, I remember somebody said he stole his antenna. Yeah, alright. 10-4. I don't remember any antenna shenanigans, but it could have happened.
Yeah, stand by. 328's trying to get in there. What do you got? What do you got there? 328. Go ahead.
Just switch your radio and see if they're having any better luck.
Well, you got a little bit more signal to me. I don't know if anybody else is going to pick you up now. Give it a try.
How about Wayne? Is he out there? I hear him better now.
Sandbagger can hear you better now, but I don't think Wayne got you. Wayne's antenna is not very high.
Yeah, I don't hear him at all. That was spring down over here. Yeah, you gained a couple less units up to me there. Yeah, you're almost tipping my 5 marker now. Yeah, I remember last split. I gave him my Dave May 5 pill to get fixed, and then that's when all that, I guess he had some bad luck that week. And, never heard from him since.
Well, I'm pretty sure you'll never hear from him again.
No. We better stop talking about him because he's dead. No, that's what I wanted to say. I got my, I bought the 2950 off of Wade, the radio I really liked when I worked down in Glasgow there, down the quarry.
Wayne, 328 says he got a 2950 from you.
I'm not surprised. I sold quite a bit of them.
It's a shame you can't hear him.
I know. I could hear him in there. The last time he keyed up, I could hear him in there, but it was just a voice in the distance. I couldn't even make out what he was saying. I think I got a 2950 from Wayne. I sold a whole load of them.
You got any more signal in the pocket there, 328? If you got a little bit more, maybe Wayne will hear you. He says you're just on the edge right now.
Crank up the mic gain too. You know, at the mountain over here, up on the Boyertown side of it.
Well, if you're on the Boyertown side of Spring Mount, you should be in the clear to all us. Wayne's over at the Sanatoga exit of 422. Maybe if you could crank up your mic gain a little bit might help. Yeah, because your audio is just a little bit light. It would be helpful, probably. He'd probably hear you if you had some audio.
Yeah, let me try another. I got the horsepower. I just got to get the volume up. Where's he at?
Says he's on the western side of Spring Mount.
New Jersey. No, I'm New Jersey. I hear him, but he's very crackly. Yeah, I even turned my heat exchanger off. I still have an S4 noise level. I'm not here. It's come through at all to me.
Yeah, an S4 noise level's not helping anything.
I've got a 6 noise level on this radio with the gain all the way up. But he's giving me a good signal, though. He just needs more audio. got a 1S unit single noise level. I guess that's what you call it. Pretty quiet over here.
This radio seems to always show a lot of noise. It's got a very sensitive receiver.
Yeah, since I'm on the Washington delay, that's not showing much noise at all.
I could bring them up to overload conditions and add in 20 dB worth of preamp.
I'll rattle your speaker.
Yeah, you're at 45 dB over right now there, JR.
That's bizarre.
Well, let's say you're keying 40 and swinging to 45.
As long as I'm going forward, that's all I need.
All right, let's try this again. Breaker. 328 is my last.
Did 1, 2, 3 have a handle or whatever his number was?
328. You just cut his lips right off. He's trying another radio, and he sounds a little bit louder. Coming back again there, 328. Yeah, I think he went backwards on that one.
Yeah, he's got more modulation but less signal. Now he's in my noise level. I can hear everybody.
Did he have a handle from the Channel 29 days?
Get working on a little bit.
Yeah, you got more audio but less signal now. You were better off with more signal and less audio, so that one's not working out. Wayne wants to know if you've got a name or a handle from back in the Norristown days.
Yeah, it was Speed Bump. I was in the quarry working for Glasgow on the loader.
Speed Bump, working at the Glasgow quarry.
Oh, I did some installs for the big trucks at Glasgow Quarry.
Yeah, well, that's where he worked.
Yeah, I don't remember the handle, but I probably know him.
Like 1992.
Yeah, 1992 is about the right time frame. Yep, I vaguely remember a Speed Bump. I must have talked to you. Spitfire in Bridgeport.
Yeah, we used to work in McCoy Quarry down there. We were all the way down the bottom of the hole there that Dave made in the big loader there. And I used to be able to get to Jamaica from the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, I remember talking to you at the bottom of the quarry. Yeah, it's all coming back now. Yeah, early 90s time frame. Yep. And I used to be amazed that you were down the bottom of the quarry and we were talking. Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, well, that sounds familiar to me now, too.
House up there, you know.
Yeah, you're ringing some of Wayne's memory bells now, too, about the quarry.
I'm drawing a blank, and I'm not even an artist. Yeah, the house up there off of, I think it was across U-Haul. And it had a homemade antenna on it, I remember that. He strung a bunch of wire up on the roof. It was when you just started the radio business. You went up to R&R and got a bunch of radios.
Yeah, that's Wayne, across from the U-Haul radio business. That's the Renegade. He's in here right now.
Man, that was a long time ago.
In some respects, it don't seem like that long ago, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, over 30 years.
30 years, you're right. I heard him.
That was Sandbagger, but it's hard to believe that was 30 years ago. It doesn't seem like 30, but like, yeah, it was.
Guys, well, nice talking to you. I'm going to get up on out of here. Got to go for like tomorrow, so you guys have a good night. I appreciate the hospitality.
Yeah, okay there, 328. Thanks for checking in with us. We're in here every Wednesday, 8 to 10, and every Sunday we're on Sideband, 8 to 10 on the same channel. So maybe you'll have better luck on Sideband with us on Sunday night. If you got the time, check us out. 328 Spitfire 441 on this Antique Flea Market Radio.
Maybe next time I'll put a base antenna up. I'm running out of mobile here, so I'll talk to you next week.
Oh, well, that's the issue. You're running a a mobile antenna. You get a base antenna where you're at, you won't have any trouble at all. All right, 73, my friend. Good luck. Get it together. We'll catch you.
Catch you later, 328. Nice to make your acquaintance. Oh, JR, Boyertown, we go.
Thank you, sir. 73.
You're stepping,
I'm stepping.
getting down. Or is that getting up?
Get down, get funky.
No down getters, no up downers, no wave handers, none of that. No. This is not the channel for that.
How about side catchers?
No side catchers, no down getters, no up getters, side getters, no wave handing, no mail reading, no.
Read mailers, no wave handers, none of that.
Get in, join the conversation, or get out.
Yeah, that's what he said. I reckon I'll have to get in. That's right. Where's my... There we go. That was a little bit off frequency.
And we don't want Dave to have to go do his public service announcement again.
I'm sideband.
Yeah, I'm glad that's not required tonight. Man, it was brutal last week.
I was ready. I was gonna put the icon in line and kick the notch shoulders on and all the other stuff.
Yeah, well, I fired this thing up and dialed across, and I'm like, oh, thank God for absorption or solar flux and geomagnetic storms, whatever. It made life miserable on 160 tonight, but it makes things great for 11-meter local talk.
Yeah, big difference from last week.
You haven't complained about me running flea power.
You're running flea power?
15 watts.
That's right. Wow, you're doing pretty well.
Yep, 15 watts.
Yeah, I turned the arc gain all the way up and you're under a 9, but, you know, you're not doing bad in comparison.
There's regular power. The thing is, when I do that, it ruins my squeal.
Oh, no. Squeal or signal?
Yeah, there's my choices. If I put power, I lose my squeal. If I don't have power, it's perfect.
It's not like you lost the squeal. It's like you stepped on your brakes and you squealed stopping.
Well, I guess I don't have to wait so long this way to talk.
You must be getting RF into there somehow. I'm wondering why it's making it not work, but okay.
It works. It's just abruptly comes to a halt.
And the poor National's probably going like, oh, he's hitting hard, oh.
But if I could get away with the lesser power, then I'll do that.
Yeah, I don't have any problem hearing you.
Hey, Dave, I have a question for you.
Wow.
I was listening to one of the video gates. I think it was you and Blightbuster were talking about how the presence of a tree within a certain distance of the antenna affects the output and affects the SWR. How come Countywide has his solar IMAX up in a tree and it doesn't seem to bother him?
Well, maybe it does.
Well, he gets out pretty good, and he has no problem hearing.
I wonder if it's the difference between a Yagi and an Omni.
Well, I don't know how much the tree was affecting my pattern all that much, depending on what direction I was pointed in.
when it got to the point where the branches were actually physically contacting the driven element, it was definitely affecting SWR.
Well, my IMAX is most certainly, the first third section is most certainly contacting a branch.
Depends how much iron's in the tree.
But then again, it is a fiberglass antenna versus yours is aluminum.
And what video gate? Because that was something that Pipebuster and I were talking about on Sunday. I don't think anybody was recording Sunday.
Yeah, Joker recorded Sunday, and I listened to it today.
Because Joker wasn't talking.
No, he only talked in the beginning, and then it was you and Buster, and then Night Train came in there with his delay for his sideband, and he started whistling. That cracked me up.
Yeah. He was doing his imitation birdie.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was a good video gate. There was a little bit of, like a half an hour, 45 minutes of dead space, but it was a good one.
Okay, I'll have to go check that out.
So he makes a video gate but doesn't participate.
Yeah, no participation. He had company over, I guess, on Mother's Day.
Yeah, but at least he set the video gate up. You know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he seems to record a lot of them, man. We had a Good Friday night here a couple weeks back where we were laughing like crazy. Green Dog was in there, and me and JR and a couple other guys, and man, it was just a joke fest. It was just crazy. It was fun, and I wish Joker would have recorded that one.
I've got over 320 video gates.
That's like a year's worth, almost.
Well, yeah, if I did it every day, but that's over the last 10 plus years.
Yeah.
That's still about 30 a week. That's pretty darn good, and that's almost one every week. You're pretty consistent.
Yeah, but for a while he wasn't. His work kept him away.
Yeah, there was about 3 or 4 years, at least 4 years probably, I didn't do any.
I'll have to check out some of them old ones. That'll be cool to hear some of that stuff. And see if I hear anybody that I remembered back from 2007, 2008.
You know, I'm inclined to go check out some of the early ones myself now. You know, I don't listen to them right away, but I'm sort of inclined to go look at some of the earlier ones and just, you know, reminisce.
Yeah, it's fun. It definitely is. You know, I enjoyed it because I wasn't in there Sunday night, and be able to hear what's going on. I try to catch the ones that I'm not there.
It's almost like podcast.
Well, Joker, a lot of times he records live, so you can listen to everybody, you know, live. You know, a slight delay, like a 10-second delay between the things, so you can make a comment and then go listen to yourself.
I thought about going live with the video gates, but I don't know if there's any real advantage to it. It's probably more work for me.
Yeah, it probably is. Well, people did like to check in when I had the streaming audio server up. They would listen along while we were doing it live.
Yeah, I like it. I thought it was a good idea. Yeah, now I just have to wait a couple of days till he loads it up. But yeah, when it was there, it was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, the live spew radio, that was great. You know, you make changes to your station, you try out a different radio or something. It was invaluable.
Absolutely it was.
There was a time where there were 3 local live streams going on. Dave had one, I had one, and old 05 had one.
I had one for a while.
Yeah, KOMX Cosmic Radio had that, SDR or whatever. You could dial around frequency and everything.
Yeah, an icon something or other SDR, and you could, it was agile, so yeah. And you could record on it. I used to record stuff on it and then download it.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Well, you could. The first one you had anyway.
Classic Radio Roundup 27115 on the AM radio dial. Well, now when y'all do Browning night, I know what radio to use. Ever since I got rid of that Hallicrafters, I missed being able to do this.
And now you can do it again. How about that?
I was hoping that I could. Nothing like letting people think that you're running a Browning when you're not.
We'll see when Trey gets in there if he'll be fooled by it or something.
You know he's going to ask.
Of course he is. She may already be in there, so joke's on her.
I'm trying to fool around just a little bit here. See what kind of differences I can make. It doesn't seem to make any difference.
I think you got a breaker in there. I thought I heard somebody, but it's kind of noisy in there. Why don't you go back to the other one and see if they hear you?
I hit all the preamps that I can hit, and all I heard was a carrier.
Okay, he's going to try his other antenna. Apparently he got another antenna he wants to try. He's over in the Pine Forge area. And I think he was louder, but everybody was keying up. I thought that, I might have heard him there. Yeah, I could hear him.
Oh, well, that's in y'all's neighborhood. That's a bit of ways from me.
Oh, you're local. There you are. Yeah, come on back there, Skylar. Let's see what you got going on.
It's got Wilson 1000. I installed yesterday, and today I trimmed it a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're up over 9 this year. Yeah, what a big difference. Dave, you hear him? I hear him really well, actually.
I can hear him now, but I got 30 dB worth of preamp going.
Oh, okay. I like this guy, Larry. You got Sandbagger. He's over there in the Douglasville area. And Spitfire, he's over there in the Limerick area. So there's a couple of them in there. I hear you.
Yeah, at least more than 2, huh?
Yeah. I think it's working well for you, actually. So, yeah, you got that on top of your car, right?
Yeah, I have it on top of on my car, and I'm still doing the handheld, the 4 watts.
What's his handle there, JR?
And they call him the Sky Rider. Skyrider.
How about it, Skyrider? How about it, Skyrider? Spitfire trying.
Yeah, Spitfire, you coming in here with a 6?
Yeah, okay there, Skyrider. Yeah, I had to put some preamps on to be able to hear you, but with the preamps on, I hear you pretty good. So you're doing well with what you're doing. Spitfire, nice to meet your acquaintance.
Yeah, nice to get to talk to a couple of more people. And JR, he got me back into it when I was talking to him. Got the old handheld out, and so that's what I started out, and now slowly going back up the ladder and change the antenna. So it looks like I'm getting a little bit further out now.
Well, you're doing pretty good with what you're working with. I mean, I'm hearing you over here around Limerick area, and that's a pretty good distance away from Pine Forge. So you're doing all right.
10-4. Yeah, I'm a little bit up on the hill here, so should be okay.
It's working. Well, we're in here every Wednesday night. There's some fun and games other nights of the week, but for sure, every Wednesday night from 8 to 10, we are in here playing radio.
Yeah, I'm working on some little bit different hardware too, so we'll see what's coming in the next couple of weeks.
Well, Skyrider, you got the alley here in Saratoga. I can hear you. Your audio is a little low for me. I have some noise, but you're giving me 6S units.
Wow, that's quite not bad. So maybe I get a little bit closer to the mic.
Yeah, you doing some adjustments or get yourself a power microphone, man. You're doing it now, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm going down your recommendation from the other week when I just could hear you, and I'm almost there. I need a little bit more hardware to install, and then maybe it's going to get a little bit better.
All right, well, very good, my friend. Glad we're finally able to talk to you there a little bit. It's definitely my pleasure, for sure, man. You've been in there for a while, and we just couldn't hear you until now, so you're doing well. And good luck with that radio. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, I could hear him in there, but I couldn't have a conversation with him. Okay there, Skyrider. I'm going to let these guys get back to it. Good job, man. When that radio comes in, that will be a world of difference there for you. So, yeah, you're getting around and about now.
Yeah, that's half the fun of the radio, is making all the improvements and seeing what your efforts do. And every bit helps.
That's true. Before I barely made it up to Town, and now it's already down 422 to Saratoga.
Yeah, I'm closer to Limerick than Saratoga, but I'm probably the farthest one from you. And I got a good copy on you, so any improvements that you make are going to just make things better.
Yeah, that's your dad. How about you, countywide? You got a copy?
Yeah, countywide. Who's hollering?
Slam Sam.
Yeah, you got Slam Sam here chiming in. How's everybody doing?
Hiya, Slam and Sam. Been a while. Good to hear you on. Old countywide radio on the 70-year-old radio system. Come on.
Wow, 70 years old. That sounds good.
Transmitter and receiver, both made in 1954. That makes them 70 years old, Brigger.
Only Wayne is older. Hey.
Wayne's only 73.
Wow, my radios are almost as old as Wayne.
I was born in 51. January of 51. Classic Wayne Roundup. Hear you again.
I just want to make sure everything's still working.
Well, yeah, you're still working there, Slam and Sam. No problem, no trouble at all. Thanks for the holler on the Classic Radio Roundup with my 70-year-old radio system. I wonder if these people that made this stuff 70 years ago thought it would still be used 70 years later.
Yeah, I'm sure they weren't thinking about that.
Evidently, the person that threw it out didn't think so.
Well, I'd like to thank both the person who threw it out and Ranger Rick for salvaging it and passing it my way.
That's got to be the #1 classic radio record, isn't it?
Well, technically it's not a CB, but it does have 11 meters in it, so it's not like it's been modified or anything. It's doing what it was meant to do. The CB radio service isn't even 70 years old yet. Man, I hear everything with 30 dB worth of preamp going on. Holy cow.
I would imagine so. 30 dB over S9, yeah.
And that's right where you are, Dave. 30 dB over S9.
There you go. Well, yeah, turning 30 dB off should leave me at S9.
Yeah, it doesn't seem quite linear that way.
That's close enough, though.
You wind up at 8.5.
Who's going to argue over 3 dB?
Well, when I'm giving you 30, 3's nothing to argue about. I sure could have used 30 dB on 160 meters tonight.
Yeah, 30 dB of amplification, too.
Well, that's what I needed, 30 dB out. I didn't need it coming in because I heard the other station. He just had trouble hearing me.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of power there. You're gonna need to upgrade your gamma matches and your electrical service. And
my 160 antenna has no gamma match. It's probably good for at least 2 kW.
Wow, yeah, but 30 dB over what? What do you normally put out there?
I don't know. What's 30 dB over 50 watts?
Well, 10 dB would be 500 watts. 20 dB would be 5,000 watts. So let's just say you're up there with the AM broadcast stations at 50,000 watts.
He would have heard me at 50,000 watts, guaranteed. I don't know if my antenna would handle that much.
Yeah, he might have smoked the leaves off the trees or something.
And even if my antenna could handle it, my tuner wouldn't.
Your PL259s would blow off the coax.
That's true.
I really don't think my tuner, that would be the first weak link. That would go first. Yeah, I'm not putting out 50 kilowatts from this station.
I don't think any of us are.
I think 500 watts would have got the job done, though.
Yeah, that's 10 dB.
That would have definitely got the job done. I like the fact that my location is so quiet, I can actually use 30 dB worth of preamp.
Yeah. I put 30 dB of preamp here. The meter will be over 30 dB with the noise level. I turned mine on. I'm at about a little over a 2 noise level.
I got a S3, S4 quote-unquote noise level with all that preamp going on.
Actually, I stand corrected. I'm sitting on about a 3 on the Washington.
You know, now I think about it, it might be closer to 40 dB worth of preamp. Is that Texas Star? What's that preamp? That's like 20 dB, ain't it?
I don't know if it's 20. I know it's probably 10.
All right, so maybe it is 30. So my MFJ, I know, does 20 variable plus the Texas Star. So 30 dB, yeah. That's a lot of preamp to get away with.
It's always nice to be able to hear.
Brings old JR right up to the end of my meter, just about 45 swinging to 50. Where are you at, Wayne? What do you give me?
Who, me? I don't know. I'm running full power on the ICOM, but it's on AM, so I'm guessing it's about 30 watts.
You're also 45 dB over, swinging a little bit forward. Alley Cat, come on in here.
10-4. How are we doing there? Any better?
Yeah, you're by far the strongest. You're 50 swinging 55.
See, that extra 10 feet makes all the difference.
It's got 10 dB on you, Wayne.
Not in the extra power.
And Dave, what I say, you're at 30, yeah. Where's Joker at? All right, who else is in here?
I wouldn't even try.
Who's that? You're an 8.
That's Skyrider.
Oh, Skyrider. You're showing 8 on my meter. I got a bunch of preamp going on, but you're showing 8 on my meter. So there you go.
Well, I think that's not too bad for a handheld.
No, I would say that is not at all bad. Nothing to be ashamed of from Pine Forge with a handheld. Fun with radio on Classic Radio Roundup. Who'da thunk?
Break channel 13, breaker, Red Baron. Dannytown, Pennsylvania. We're trying on channel 13 break.
Hello, Red Baron. You copy the Spitfire? All right, we'll hit the afterburner. How about it there, Red Baron? Red Baron, Spitfire trying.
Head cold. So with the combination, my ears aren't doing too well.
How about it, Red Baron? I hit the foot warmer. How about it? Spitfire trying.
Hey, Spitfire, how you been? Been a long time, been a couple months. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, it's been a while there, Red Baron. I haven't run into you. So good to hear you in my radio receiver. Hope all is well on your end. Welcome into the Classic Radio Roundup. Working my old 70-year-old radio transmitter system.
Hey, 10-4, man, that sounds great. It does. I got a good, pretty decent copy on you now. Yeah, I was away for a little while. I was over in Europe, and I haven't been on the radio a whole lot, and I just wanted to pop in here and give a shout-out on the Classic Radio Roundup. I'm going to get back the other way, and it's good to hear you, Spitfire. It's been quite a while, probably at least 6 months.
I don't know if it's been 6 months, but it has been a while. Several weeks for sure. But anyway, good to hear you in there, Red Baron. You know, you're welcome anytime you want to pop on by the Classic Radio Roundup. Good to hear your transmission. 441 is Spitfire on this antique flea market radio.
810 441 on an antique Spitfire there. Danny sounded good. All right, I'm going to get on the other way here, and best wishes to everybody. And hey, thanks for the key up. All right, I'm back out of here. Bye-bye, guys.
Red Baron, old JR waving a hand. Sounding good up here in my neighborhood.
Hey, JR, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? I just popped in here real quick. Yeah, it's like a little head cold over here. But, yeah, it's definitely good to hear you guys again.
Hey, 10-4. Yeah, I can detect that little bit of a head cold. You got a little stuffiness going on there, but regardless, it's not affecting your transmission. But anyway, howdy, and we'll let you go do your thing. And just take it easy. Till next time. We'll catch you again, okay?
10-4, take it easy.
How about you, JR? You got a copy on Slam and Sam?
Slam and Sam. Hello, Slam and Sam. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You're pegging my needle over here.
Hey, Roger. Where you at?
I'm over here in Earlville.
Oh, yeah. You're right down the hill from me, I guess, there. We're not too far apart.
Okay, well, what hill are you on?
Oh, man. Well, you know where the 2-meter repeater is, right?
No.
Oh, man. Pottstown repeater?
He's not a ham.
Oh, okay. Slamming ham's not a ham. Or salmon? Never mind. It's a tongue twister.
Slamming
Sam is not a ham.
Say that 3 times fast.
I tried to.
You couldn't even say it 1 time fast.
I could. I bubbled that all up. Well, anyway, yeah. Doggone sorry about that, Sam.
Green eggs and slamming ham.
Sam, I am.
I like green eggs and ham, and I actually had it before.
And slamming Sam is not a ham. That's too funny.
I couldn't get that out to save my butt, I'll tell you what.
Well, we all knew what you meant.
That's the frustrating part, so did I.
Yeah, sometimes my brain overrides my tongue and the one can't catch up with the other.
Sometimes my tongue wraps around my eye teeth and I can't see what I'm saying.
Can you brush your eyebrows with that tongue?
Only if I'm Gene Simmons.
Gene is showing his age, boy.
Aren't we all, though?
He gotta be up there, man.
Yeah, he's like Wayne. He's in his 70s. Or at least. Yeah, something like that.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah, I know. You resemble that remark.
That's right.
Yeah, but knowing Wayne's in his 70s gives me hope. I've done all the wrong things and lived my life just as hard as him, and he's still around, so I have hope.
Well, so is Keith Richards, but, you know.
That's incredible.
Yeah, Keith Richards just plain defies any kind of biology.
And for 73, I'm actually in pretty good shape.
Yeah, you know, problem's corrected and you're good to go, man. You got a lot more miles left.
Break.
Come on, Brager.
Hey, it's Mr. Fix-It here checking in.
Hello, Mr. Fix-It. Welcome to the Roundup. Countywide, the Spitfire.
I'm here on my Midland 13895.
It's working.
Hello, Mr. Fix-It. The alley cat here in San Antonio. Sounding good tonight. I can hear him, too. Good evening there, Mr. Fix-It. Yeah, I can definitely hear you. Oh, JR saying hello.
Well, howdy there, JR. Yeah, this ain't bad for a $10 radio.
Hey, the cheaper the better. You up at Jake's this weekend?
No, it's raining.
Oh, they don't have an indoor there? I was never there.
Even so, flea markets are no fun in the rain.
Everything's fun in the rain. Unless you're a duck.
Clinging in the rain's okay.
Being stuck inside playing radio is all right in the rain.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true. Because then you don't feel guilty about being inside on the radio when you could be outside doing something else.
Hey, sometimes the rain's the only time the homeless get washed.
Yeah. Shower day in Tent City.
That tent city over there in Pottstown is growing.
Like a fungus.
Sat down on the river.
Yeah, just past the community college.
So who's living there? Illegal immigrants?
I cruised by there a few weeks back on the bike just to check it out, and I seen all ethnicities.
Well, whose idea was that to spring that up? Jeez.
The funny thing is some of them have cars. They've got cars parked back there.
Well, it's all about priorities, I guess.
I got a car and I live in a tent.
Yeah, well, it's better than living in the car, I guess. And it's free. All paid by yours truly.
Yeah, none of them are paying property tax.
No, because they don't own the property they're on. Free food.
Yeah, so maybe they know what they're doing.
Hey, I don't pay property tax.
No, you don't own your property either.
I'm in a camper, man. I sold my house so I wouldn't have to pay the damn tax.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. Live in a camper and find a tent city and park it there.
Hell, man, the house was paid off. I couldn't afford the taxes in the sewer.
That sounds familiar.
Well, luckily, I will never have a water and sewer bill as long as I live here.
Until they decide to bring the sewer through and they force you to connect to it.
They've already explored that. Because of the topography, they can't, so they won't.
And you're lucky. Because usually when municipalities do that, they come through and say, we're putting sewer in, and you're going to hook up to it, it's going to cost you $10,000 to do it. And you don't have a choice about it. I'll poop on their back, though.
Well, it's not going to happen here.
That's why people's wells are going dry, man. They used to be your gray water went into the French drain, back down through the water table, and then back up. Now they pump it away somewhere else.
Well, my well is 250 foot deep, and my pump is down 175. And I had my well pump replaced maybe 10 years ago now, and they said I should never run out of water. I said, thank you, I hope so.
Yeah, well, you got that spring right nearby that turns into a creek, so you got some kind of water table right nearby.
The back of my house is where the Sanatoga Creek starts.
Yeah, so your well's right in the water table there. I love good well water. No doubt.
My pump is down almost 200 feet, and then the water level at the time when they replaced the pump was somewhere around 100 feet. So my pump is 100 feet almost below where the top of the water is.
It's underwater.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
When I had a well, the best thing I ever did was have it fracked.
Fracked?
Yeah, they come in with a tanker truck, and they pump water down your well under pressure, and it blows all the silt and crap out of the cracks.
Uh-huh.
That makes sense.
Man, I'll tell you, I never had to worry about running out of water again. It was just a slow recovering well because of all the silt.
Yeah, they said I'm down in an aquifer.
Considering all the rain we've been having, I don't think anybody's going to run out of water.
Yeah, this month has been extremely wet.
As long as it's good water, that's the thing. Yeah. If you start getting run out of it, then you got another problem.
My water's so soft, I don't need a water softener. I've tested my water, and it's unbelievably soft.
That's a good thing.
It's got minerals, just enough, and but it's soft. I don't leave deposits on my shower heads or my faucets or anything.
Yeah, I really don't either, to be honest with you. Maybe just a little bit. Once in a while, I'll take something and clean the, what do you call it, the faucet off there. Yeah, unscrew it and dump it there. Get the white stuff out of there once. Not much, though. Probably once a year.
Part was the fact that it never felt like you got all the soap off you.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of soft water if I don't have to. I'd rather the harder water, then it feels like I can rinse off the soap off.
Damn hard. I got a softener, and I still get deposits all over the shower head and everything. Ooh, horrible.
Pretty bad when the city water's harder than my well water.
It's a lot harder than your well water.
That was an issue. I thought they took care of all that.
They don't do crap. I guess all they do is throw some chlorine in there to make it sanitary.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll stick to the well then.
Yeah, I get my water for free, and it's better quality than the water that he pays for. Think about that.
Yeah, they keep going higher and higher, too.
I've just noticed I got a scoopel and not chlorine going in.
Yeah, pretty much. Scoop and punch.
Hey, growing up, I swam in that damn schuylkill.
I think we all did at one point.
And when Pottsville Bleach and Dye cleaned out their tanks, we'd come out of that river tinged blue.
I've swam in the Perky and the Skipback, but I don't think I ever went in the Schuylkill.
Yeah, Pottsville Bleach and Dye used to dump all their cloth dye into the river, and then it would come down, and we'd be in there every day, and we'd come out, they dumped their tanks because our skin would be blue.
Oh, your skin would be blue. I thought you said you've seen things that flew. I'm like, what the heck?
Well, sometimes it'd be green.
That'd be better, I guess.
That explains a lot of those alien sightings.
No, that was from the mushrooms.
I will say the Schuylkill River has gotten a lot cleaner in recent years since all the industrial stuff pretty much is done.
If they say it's the cleanest it's been in 150 years.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, and all the municipality crap is also cleaned up.
As long as Limerick doesn't melt down, we're good.
There's a price to pay for that, though. I mean, our fathers and grandfathers, you know, they didn't have to get permits and stuff to clean their water and this and that and the next thing. The price of manufacturing was a lot lower.
Yeah, because everybody just dumped into the river untreated. The water was so bad.
Yeah, but they made a lot of money.
Yeah, until they said that in Ohio, too, until they set the Cuyahoga River on fire.
Yeah, it actually burned for quite a while.
You know, there's some serious pollution going on when you can actually set the river on fire.
Oops. I wonder who threw the match.
Somebody that wanted to prove a point, I guess.
That's why we can't compete with China. They don't have an EPA over there.
There is not one stinking environmental regulation in that entire country. They just dump like we did 50, 75 years ago. They just dump it.
That's why we send all of our electronic
recycle stuff over there because they can take it, but we won't.
That's the number one commodity over there is clean water and fresh air.
And they have neither one.
Yeah, try and get some actual triple nickel chrome plating done here. You can't, but you can get it done in China.
Yeah, it's almost impossible here. And if you can, it'll be extremely expensive.
Yeah, but they don't care because they could use all the chemicals that you need to do it. We can't do that anymore.
Well, I was going to say, even as close as Mexico, in the guitar world, with Fender, the Fender guitars and basses are so much nicer with their finishes than an American made guitar or bass because they don't have to follow the EPA with the guidelines on the finishing. Because most of the plants have Fenders in California.
Yeah, there's so many other countries that don't have nowhere near the environmental regulations that we have, and they just continue to carry on. But we keep hamstringing ourselves. I mean, there's got to be a balance. I don't want to pollute the heck out of everything, but there's got to be some kind of a balance where we can still make money without, restricting things so bad that you can't afford to do it.
Well, I'm not going to make the taxi go completely off the cliff, but with what you do for a living, how coal has been vilified. I'm sure you've dealt with that, and so we send everything over to overseas, and then the jet stream brings it over to California, and they say, look how bad we're polluting California. Well, it's actually not us polluting California; it's Europe, Western Europe polluting California.
Well, actually, it would be Asia, because Asia is upwind of California, so it's Asia. But, yeah, I don't burn coal. I burn natural gas. And the restrictions on the natural gas, our natural gas that we burn and our emissions are so stinking clean, you could damn near breathe the exhaust.
Oh, you're right, yeah, Asia town. Yeah, it's near Jersey. Just on the other side. Just on the other side of the trash heap. Well, actually, most of Jersey is a trash heap. Never mind. Right near the milk bottle by the black cow. Well, when you're local, that's how you give directions. You don't give east or west. You say you got to turn next to this and pass that.
And then how much time it takes to get there. It's not how many miles, but how much time.
Yeah, you got to drive 3 minutes till you get to the fork in the road by Clem's old windmill. It's not there anymore, but
Mrs. Miller's Duck Pond.
Yeah, down the street from the big oak tree.
Where the old oak tree used to be, you make a left, and then you travel down another minute or two until you see the cow pasture, and make a right, and travel another 10 minutes, and
Sometimes I wonder whatever happened to all the people I gave directions to.
they found their way home. They're probably listening to a banjo being played. I like when you talk to, my grandma was great with us, and some of the older, old timers around the area. They'll mention people's nicknames and mention people that were, had passed away before, I was born. And I'm like, no, I don't know who that is. Well, you got to turn past their house. I'm like, no, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you got to make a left at Mrs. Johnson's ranch. Well, Mrs. Johnson died 25 years ago, and I never knew her.
And then the worst part is when they use, nicknames of the people. And I'm like, oh, I have no idea who that is. They're like, well, you know. Gotta break the road map out again.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Mrs. Johnson's farm is now a housing development.
Turn right at old Ernest T's house.
Oh, I remember. There's this guy. He owned a bunch of properties in the Upper Perk area, and they always called him Fatty Landis, and they always used to mention him. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Fatty Landis. Wow. Fatty Landis? Yep, you gotta go down, make a right next to where Fatty Landis' fruit stand used to be, and then you make a left next to, Mildred's house.
Well, that's so you don't confuse him with Skinny Landis. He's going the other way.
Yeah, that's true, because back then there probably was a Fatty and a Skinny.
I remember growing up, and when a strange car drove through town, everybody's mom was out on the porch to see who the hell it was.
I don't recognize that car. They're going to kidnap my children and eat them.
Don't steal the milk bottle.
Kidnapping back then, because they'll just make another one look just like it.
That reminds me of a story out in Utah.
They didn't want people to steal the farm help.
That's it.
To Arizona, called Colorado City. When you drive in, within a minute you have a pickup truck behind you with two guys.
My father's from a family of 13, and they didn't like children. They were German, and it was just cheaper than hiring help.
Wow, 13. Yeah, my dad's one of 6 brothers, and they're Irish, so that's how that came about.
What's that? Star Ranger? Star Ranger. Tell that story again. I missed it.
Skyrider.
Yeah, okay. About 30 years, I was out in Utah. We were hunting. It's a little town on the border to Arizona. It's called Colorado Springs. And you drive into that town. You have a pickup truck on your ass with 2 guys in it with shotguns till you're out the other end. And that's one town known that Mr. Smith is still running.
Yeah, they see you come into town, they're going to make sure that you leave.
Yeah, that's correct. And when you park outside there where we were hunting, you don't lock your car so that they can check out whose it is. They don't steal anything, but I bet you when we came back out of the mountains the next day, we walked back to the car, we knew somebody checked it out.
Yeah, just want to make sure you're legit. I believe it.
And my buddy's dad was in the 40s was the sheriff up there. He chased them across the state lines a couple of times, you know.
If you go and visit our town, we're going to make sure you're not up to no good. Because if you're up to no good, just keep right on moseying through. Go bother some other town. Leave our town alone. We're warning you.
You only saw that guy in the nondescript white van once, and then you never saw that guy again.
Pick up behind us till we were out back on the highway going down to St. George.
It's kind of like the movie Easy Riders, you know? You know where a man might find a bed? All he did was shook my hand and said no, was all he said.
That's the good old times.
That was the Wait by the band, wasn't it?
That's correct. You know where a man might find a bed? He shook my hand and no was all he said.
And Slammin' Sam is not a ham.
Don't get me started again.
But I do like green eggs and ham.
Slammin' Sam is not a ham, but I do like green eggs and ham.
Or is it green eggs and spam?
Spam, 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 spam it a spam.
Back when spam actually was a good thing. Not anymore.
$6 a can. Can you believe it? For a can of spam, $6.
Yowza.
That's a regular staple in Hawaii. For whatever reason, the Hawaiians love spam.
And China. I'd rather have ham.
Well, it used to be if you were poor, you could make a meal out of spam. Now even the poor people can't buy it.
Oh, geez,
Walmart, they had ribeyes on sale. 2 for $50.
Oh, I get the whole meal for half that at Texas Roadhouse.
There we go.
there he goes.
There I go.
I figured it was a little after 9 o'clock, so I switched radios.
Wow. Is that the Galaxy?
No, this is the president in Washington.
Oh, that's still a audio mod radio. Man, that thing, you sound like you're sitting in a daggone room.
Yeah, it's 27.115 on your AM radio dial.
Damn it, that thing sounds good on this national.
Oh, you got the bandwidth.
Oh my God, does it sound good? Yeah, I'm at 15 kilohertz on this particular filter.
Oh, wow. I could even, except for that, I could even kick my higher end up a little bit. Let's see here. Damn microphone cord has a problem, but I'll even kick some 10 kilohertz in there so you can take advantage of hearing that.
Oh, dude, you're going to like the way that sounds on a video gate. Oh my God, that sounds so good.
Oh, yeah. Here we are on Classic Radio Roundup. Yeah, look at that.
That sounds like FM Hi-Fi is what that sounds like. Oh my God, that's good.
He sounds good on my ICOM, too.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to sound like. FM Hi-Fi or AM Hi-Fi.
Yeah, this thing is, what is it? I have to look at the manual again. I think it's 15.6 and 500K, something like that. Let me get the manual out. But I know it's pretty wide on the wide.
I just wish I could get this down on 160 meters.
Oh, I think if you got inventive enough, you could build some kind of transverter to get it there.
Yeah, that's what would have to happen. I'd have to transvert it. I think this would sound really good on 160.
Oh my God, it sounds like $1 million on this national. Wow.
I mean, right there, that kind of illustrates why it's kind of a waste of time to do too much high fidelity, because most people's receivers aren't wide enough to take full advantage of it, and you kind of waste. Their receivers are throwing out all your extra bandwidth.
Trust me, this receiver in this setting is wide enough to take advantage of the quality of what you're putting out. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sounding pretty good here, too.
Yeah, just your garden variety President Washington with a little extra modifications.
What kind of mic, Dave?
This right here is an Echo Max 2000.
Oh, I was wrong in my initial, I'm at 8KC wide. I got 8KC, 3.5 and 500, but I'm in the 8K wide. So still, that's plenty.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be 15 kilohertz wide. You'd be hearing channel 14 and channel 12.
Yeah, yeah. It's 8K wide, but that's still wide enough to take full advantage of what you're doing.
Yeah, we're off to the races.
Yeah, I could kill it by going to 3.5.
Yeah, and that's what normal CB would sound like.
Hey, Mr. Fix-It here. I'm going to back out, guys. 73s, y'all have a nice night.
That's
Been
3.5.
nice checking in with you.
All right there, Mr. Fix-It. Good hearing you
3.5.
on your $10 radio. And we'll catch you next time.
See you, Fix-It.
Good night, Mr. Fix-It. Take care. Catch up with you later.
Good night, Mr. Fix-It. Thanks for checking in on the Classic Radio Roundup. Yeah, just for the video gate purposes, I went from the 8 to the 3.5 just so you could tell the difference.
Ew, 3.5. That's making everybody sound muddy.
I'm there now. It doesn't sound that bad. It sounds still sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but you've destroyed all my high fidelity.
So all that work you did, I can undo with a flick of a switch.
Rat bastard, you.
It's pretty funny, really. All right, I'm back at 8.
There we go. Back to good old high fidelity.
Man, that thing sounds so good.
And it's a plastic radio too. None of these really fancy high-end expensive weird stuff. You know, it's just cheap and dirty modifications. I don't even have a good microphone. I mean, this is a CB microphone. I need to get one of them $1,000 Newmans.
You're gonna like the way that sounds. Man, that's awesome.
Oh, I know. That's I used to like it when you had that Hallicratchers receiver, because that would do the same thing. That had awesome bandwidth.
Yeah, and that had the same kind of thing. You could narrow it up as narrow or as wide as you want. I think it was sort of like 8kc wide on the widest also, and the fidelity was so good out of that radio.
Yeah, don't knock those boat anchors, man. They really sound good.
Well, yeah, it's all tube audio.
All tubes all the time. And this portion of Classic Radio Roundup is brought to you by the 05 Institute of Amplifier Repair Technology, where our motto is, if you can buy it, we can fry it, and we take pleasure in doing so.
The audio tube on this radio is a 6AQ5.
Oh, we're familiar with those.
Yes, we are. They're a very popular audio tube.
Reasonably priced.
Yeah, that's a good little tube. Even better when you have a pair of them.
Yeah, like the Imperial 2, 6AQ5 and push-pull.
Yeah, that's good for some serious audio. I'm surprised that National's only got one.
It's only got the one.
I guess 5 watts of audio is all you really need when you're listening.
Uses a half of a 12 AT7 for the preamp, and the other half is the amp for the S meter.
Ah, okay. I see. You got a separate a tube just for S meter drive. That's interesting.
Only half the tube. There's 2 sections in the 12 AT7.
Yeah, it's probably the triode section, because you don't really need any kind of fancy grid work there.
Yeah, one section drives the S meter, the other section is the audio preamp for the 6AQ5.
Yeah, that's very good.
And it's a good, fresh RCA NOS 6AQ5 I got in there.
Ah, new old stock. I wonder what's going to happen when we finally run out of new old stock and there's no more tubes.
I'm going to cry in my coffee.
I mean, I'm really surprised that the tubes that, you know, the stock of tubes lasted this long. I mean, when did they stop making them? Like 30 years ago?
For the most part, at least in the U.S., there's still some being produced in China and Russia, but not much else elsewhere.
Well, that's what I mean. You know, if you get like RCA or GE or something like that, they were old American tubes that were made 30 some years ago. You know, I'm surprised they had that much stock.
I kind of think there was these engineers that sat around and like, those transistors, those will never take off. They just can't do it. So like, just keep making tubes.
Yeah, yeah, you know, a lot of people are resistant to new technology. They'd rather stick with what they know.
That tube, are those transistors, that's just a flash in the pan. It's weak technology. They'll never do what tubes can do. Just keep producing tubes because you're going to need them. And then little did they know that transistors just took off.
Yeah, now transistors are being pushed to the side by all this digital signal processing. Hardware, when we can do it in software.
Yeah, whoever thought the transistors would wind up being obsolete?
Yeah, they're all integrated into these big VLSI chips that have like, you know, 30,000 transistors in them.
I got enough trouble dealing with tube technology.
Yeah, but you know what? Tubes are actually easier to understand. They're simpler to deal with. There's a lot more gain in each stage, so you need fewer devices. And you know, if you look at the difference between a schematic of a tube radio and a solid state one, they're a lot simpler.
Well, that's exactly why I can restore tube radios, but I don't want to be touching transistor radios on the same level. I just don't. I can follow and understand the schematic. I know where the active devices are, and it's not complex to the degree the transistors are. I can deal with it.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, there's something to be said for the keep it simple, stupid philosophy.
And I kind of like the idea of a high gain single active device instead of a whole chain of smaller devices, and you got to amplify the amplification and amplify the, you know, all that, you know. Tubes are so much better.
Yeah, where else can you get a single tube transmitter? You know, a single, well, it's a dual tube, but it's in a single case. The first half's the oscillator, and the second half is the output, and you can get like 4 or 5 watts out of it with just one little tube.
Yeah, you're not doing that with 2 transistors.
No, you need at least 3. That's at the very simplest. You know, three, an oscillator, a driver, and an output.
Yeah, I've already built single tube regen radio receivers that work quite well. I don't know if I could attempt to build a single transistor radio receiver. I guess you could, but I haven't.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, the transistor is the front end, and that's your regenerative receiver, and usually, or the other schematic I've seen is there is no front end. It's basically just a tuned tank circuit, and the transistor acts as an audio amp.
Just something nicer about the warm glow of the tube, and something that goes with the human soul in tubes. They're more personable. Transistors are more clinical.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what they used to say, when you were talking about stereo amps, the transistor amps could be made so clean that the distortion factors and everything are like minuscule, but it's too clean. It's too clean. The tube amp has a lot more natural distortions in it that are actually pleasant to the ear because real world. Even your voice and stuff and musical instruments all give out harmonics, and you don't really want to eliminate them because that takes out some of the depth of the music, and that's why tubes are more pleasant to listen to. The ear likes them. They like those even order harmonics.
My ear likes the harmonics that are coming out of your voice into my radio receiver right now. Man, it sounds like so good. That's really good, Dave. Good job.
Yeah, and considering the degree of complexity, or I should say lack thereof, compared to what I see a lot of other guys having to do to get the same results, this was relatively easy.
Well, it's not wasted on the National, I can tell you that.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's nice to have something that can appreciate the transmit audio.
And I got you preamped up to 30 dB over S9, so it's completely clean.
All day, all night, all nice.
Let me break in here.
Is there any more bottom end you could put in or no?
No, I've got the lowest in all the way, and I guess any limitation is going to be the microphone because these microphones are designed for communications quality. So trying to get 60 to 100 hertz out of them is an exercise in maximum gain in the equalizer.
All right, and you got your high end all the way up? Where's your mid range at?
I don't have the high end all the way up. I got it flat. The mid range, I pulled that back a little bit because that gets too muddy. I gotta look at what this is here. The 400 hertz is down a little bit, and the 1000 is down a little bit, but everything above that is about flat.
Just for fun, put the EQ all completely flat.
Oh, okay. You want to see flat. All right, let's go from flat to fluffy here. Okay, everything is flat there.
Just give me a little bit more chatter on the flat and let me judge it.
Alrighty, this is 27.115 on your AM radio dial. Classic Radio Roundup.
It's not hugely different. It's really not.
Yeah, well, like I say, there's going to be a difference when I crank this. It doesn't really make. I guess when there's not much there to amplify, I can turn the 60 hertz all the way down. That's all the way down, and it's flat, and that's all the way up. Doesn't really make a lot of difference.
When you the flat and then put in the bottom end, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's full bottom end, and then let's see the next one. This one does make a difference. I can take it completely out like that, and it's gone. And then this is flat, and then I can go all the way up like this, but that's way too much.
No, it's not.
Yeah, let's compromise a little bit. We'll put it right about there. That's about where I had it before.
And then that's really pretty good. I mean, flat sounds really good, but where you have it now really does sound better. I can tell the difference. But flat is pretty good coming out here, but where you're at now, your original settings or whatever, is the best. It's really good. I don't know what else to say, but it's really good.
Yeah, now here's where the muddy stuff comes in. I can take the 400 hertz and I can take that completely out, and that's 400 hertz and that's flat. And then if you go up like this, then it sounds like I'm talking into a paper cup or something, and that's where guys get like that. So I kind of back this off just a tad. And in the 1,000 cycle, it's kind of almost the same thing. You can take that out completely, and it's gone. But and then that's flat. But then you put too much in, and you start to get that paper cupish kind of sound. So I try to keep that in mind. And the 2.5, like that takes a lot of the high end out. It's too low there. So and then you can keep going up and up and up and up, and then it's just a little too much high end. So I keep this fairly flat.
Everything you just described sounded exactly how you were describing it, and you're exactly right. So you know exactly what it is that you're doing, and you got the right settings. So all those other settings, like we're doing as you described, it's like spot on.
Yeah, and then 6 kilohertz. It's you don't hear too much of that. I guess I can take that completely out, and I can go up to about flat, and I can boost it, and you hear a little bit of hiss in the background. There's not really much. This microphone won't do 6 kilohertz. I don't think it won't go up that high, so it's just amplifying noise.
And that is also true. It just brought in some hiss, so you're better off just pulling that out.
Yeah, you got to remember, I am listening to myself, so I can hear all this stuff.
Well, you'll get to hear it again on the video gate, how I heard it. It all sounded pretty good, and it all went as you described it.
Yeah, there you go.
I cannot add or subtract to anything that you said, but you can add or subtract to your voice frequency.
I can multiply and divide, and then we can make algebra.
Well, if you go around in a circle, we can make it trigonometry.
Oh no, circular logic. Oh no.
Dave, stop playing those word games. I don't understand what you're saying.
Wait, hold on. Let me go out and get those documents out of my trunk.
Well, don't mean to leave everybody else out of the classic radio roundup, but we're having a little bit of fun with some audio play here. And man, this receiver, I like it. I still think I need some more front end tune up and or alignment kind of thing. I think there's more sensitivity they had. I shouldn't have to need I don't need all this preamp, but it certainly makes it nice.
Yeah, and one last comment about this radio here. It qualifies as a classic because it was made in 1977.
That makes it indeed a classic. 77 for sure.
Breaker.
Oh, there he is.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. Night train signing on.
Yeah, barely. You got a little bit of crackle going on there.
That is not train approved.
Oh, what's going on there?
Turn up your audio.
That seems to have gone away, and then the audio is a little timid there, and you had like a gorp or something when you unkeyed.
It just needs exercising. It kind of sounds like is all.
Night train is timid?
Timid night train.
Oh, no. Hi, nice. All right, how about it now?
Yeah, you got some kind of crackling going on there in the background, like a microphone thing.
Yeah, just like a slight background swishy, like the contacts aren't clean.
Oh, no. I don't know what to do. I don't.
Or maybe you have a dead battery, because it'll do that too sometimes.
Could be a dead battery.
You sound much better, but there's definitely some kind of uncleanliness in there. When the uncleanliness isn't there or otherwise, you sound good.
Well, maybe I'll run it a while. And see if it clear up, because it's in the microphone, whatever it is.
It does seem to be getting better each time you talk.
The last transmission started out with it and ended without it, so much better at the end. So exercise it and see where it goes. Night Train, welcome to the Classic Radio Roundup, your county-wide radio on this antique flea market radio setup.
I thought I heard you with a ping. Oh no. There. Oh no.
I was wondering how long it was going to take for you to comment on my ping.
Well, I was worried about getting this one together first. It's been a long time since it's been on the air.
Yeah, I figured you were distracted, and that set you back some. Like, the first concern is your transmission, not mine.
That is correct. Well, hello around the band. Train signing on. I think I'm going to keep on running this.
Night Train.
That's the Lafayette, HB444.
Oh, wow. I've never had issues like that before.
No. There it is. And it's the Silver Eagle D104 that I use.
It almost even could sound like a dirty tube socket on your audio tube.
Yeah, something like that.
Good day there, Night Train.
Oh, hello there, Alley Cat. What's going on?
Oh, not much. I thought I'd join in here with the Classic Radio Roundup.
All right. I thought I heard JR's voice, too.
No, that was me. Hello.
Hey, Wayne. What's going on?
Not much. Just hanging out. Joining in here every once in a while.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, I got your email where you laughed. 10-4.
Hey, Roger. Yeah, I picked that up. I have that here now. No sense in sitting up there if he's not going to be able to fix it.
Yeah, that was funny. All right, listen. If I take off this range boost, will that noise go away? I took off the range boost.
I think it's still there, just at a much lower level. What's amazing to me is your signal is stronger than Wayne's.
Wow, that is amazing.
Well, if you look at my antenna height, that's not amazing at all.
Yeah, but Wayne, he's 8 miles away and you're 2 miles away.
Yeah, but I don't have any ground plane.
Come on, Breger.
Yeah, I just walked in the room. I heard Night Train out there. Figured I'd say hello. It's been a while.
Breaker, how about Night Train?
And I thought I was hearing stuff when I walked in.
No, he was out there.
Hello, Freebird.
Well, how's this old SBE Catalina 3 sound?
Sorry about that, Freebird. I had a phone call. Where'd you go, Freebird?
Night Train.
Yeah, who's that?
Rooster.
Oh, it's Rooster. I thought you was Freebird, man. Why are you so quiet?
I'm on an old Catalina 3.
Hey, Roger. Almost sound like you on a walkie-talkie.
No, just a stock mic. It's SBE.
Damn, boy. Yeah. How's this thing sounding to you now? I wonder, did it warm up and get better?
Sounds good here on this thing.
Need more audio. Who do you mean, Train?
I don't have any power mics that work on this thing.
You need more audio too, Rooster.
I'm on an old SBE Catalina 3 with a stock mic.
I think much I can plug into it. Catalina line mixer.
Is that Joker?
Hanging forward.
What's going on, Joker?
Yeah, I just broke in and wanted to say hi. It's been a while since I talked to you.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Everything all right?
Been crazy, but it's starting to be okay.
I ain't bored.
Yeah, pedaling on that fancy bike.
No, I'm not finished with that. I had a hole in one of those old tires, just dry rotted. Gotta replace them.
Roger that. Yeah, it's amazing how tires on these bicycles, even cars, dry rot so quickly anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know how old them things were. They had to be 8. I think 8, anyway.
30 years ago, they didn't dry rot.
They still dry rot.
Not like they do now. 4 or 5 years, they dry rot.
Yeah, well, this was dry rotted too. And that little pump was unfit.
Trying to save on petroleum in the product.
Yeah, maybe so. Didn't tires really used to be made from out of a rubber tree?
The original rubber tree, yeah, original tires, yep, rubber trees.
I got 50s and 60s. And they were all white. Original tires were all white, and they started dyeing them black.
Yeah, because they would get dirty so quick.
Yep, yeah, it was a aesthetics thing. And it was also a UV thing. I think the white would dry out quicker. I think it was like a UV issue also.
10-4. Hey, they should come back out with white walls, man. Remember white walls?
Set of white walls on my 26-inch beach cruiser, and I have just ordered a set of white walls for my Falcon.
Yeah, you can get white walls if you want them.
Different colors, and they threw them all away. Oops, I think I tripled or quadrupled with you guys.
You can get white walls if you want them.
All right. Hey, Bagger.
Wheeling.
I'm having it hard. Why am I having it hard? I'm going to give it some time. I'm going to bear with it. What were you running tonight, man? It sounds like something different.
I'm just running my high fidelity Galaxy, or not Galaxy, the Washington.
Roger that on the Washington. Well, it sounds good coming through the Lafayette, man. It sounds choice.
Sounds like $1 million on my radio receiver over here. Check it out on the video gate. Countywide.
Hey, Countywide, what you running since you have a ping?
640 earlier on, but then about 9:15 I switched.
10-4. What you running Countywide with that ping?
A 70-year-old 2-piece radio set. 70 years, I'm telling you, 1954. Multi-Elmac AF67 transmitter, national NC 300 receiver.
How did you get the ping?
Because I know what I'm doing.
All right.
I got this set up knowing that I would be able to get a radio with a ping.
Yeah, but you have to know where to put that cap. You got to know where to put it.
All 330 microfarads of it.
All right. All right, now, did this thing clean up any?
You have not had any issues the last couple transmissions.
That's why I figure I keep on running. Nothing but a little dirt. 10-4?
Yeah, you zap the dust right out of it. Sometimes you got to do that, man. You got to exercise this stuff. Blow the dust out.
Well, you know, when I wake up in the morning, that's the way I feel.
You like my ping? Is it Browning-esque?
Yeah. Nobody would have disputed it.
So if I said I was on a Mark 4A, you'd believe me.
I think you just double keep with somebody.
Yeah, I would have believed it.
And that was my goal. That was my aim. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, you could have passed that off as, one of the marks. Because I got mine set with a short ping.
And please, will you please aim?
There we go. I know I could get a longer ping in there if I tried.
Well, if you wait like a length of time between key-ups, then that capacitor gets a little chance to do its thing.
No, it's for whatever reason, if I run power, the ping is shorter, but if I turn the power off, the ping is longer. I don't know why that is, but it is.
Turn Roger on the power. So what other radio did you run, Bagger?
I started off with the Royce 640.
All right. Any word from the hockey puck or the blue, what's his name? Al?
Oh, Blue Max. No, I've not heard from Blue Max. The hockey puck is, he was taking his wife and his girlfriend out to dinner tonight, and so he's still supervised, so hopefully he won't, but he'll be unsupervised, though, in another couple days.
Damn, fool. Well, maybe I'll catch y'all one of these mornings.
Maybe he'll make it on Sunday.
Hey, you never know. He might.
I was in here this past Sunday, Pete. You weren't there.
It was Mother's Day. It was Mother's Day, and I had to work. By the time 8 o'clock rolled around, dude, I was dragging my anchor. Man, I got all this preamp going on, so I don't know if anybody else is hearing it, but I'm hearing all kinds of South American type skip.
Yeah, I hear that garbage in there. I've been ignoring it. Like right now, somebody whistling. Did you hear him?
Thankfully not.
Didn't hear the whistling, but I do hear some Spanish speakers.
I'm surprised that clown isn't in there like the last 2 weeks playing that garbagey rap music over and over again.
Well, if it's in there, it'll be on the gate.
Yeah, I think you and Joker were the only ones that could hear it. Well, I think Train could too, but I couldn't hear it at all. I don't know where that person was, but they were outside of my receive.
Well, you certainly wasn't missing anything.
Yeah, your experience was not diminished in any way.
No, I didn't think it would be. I mean, I heard it when I listened to the video gate. I heard it, and I'm like, oh god. Ugh.
But the Spanish speaking skip level is picking up in level.
Oh no.
And probably at this point, 160 meters is in probably reasonably good shape, but I'm not there.
Walkie-talkie radio check.
I hear that walkie-talkie.
How's it sound to you, Pete?
It sounds flat and muddy like a walkie-talkie, but it's perfectly fine.
It does. It's got a pretty good receiver. I can hear a lot more on this than I can on my Anytone.
Well, that don't speak well for your Anytone. But yeah, it's a little bit flat in the audio, but it's fine.
Oh.
He sounds great here.
Okay.
Yeah, he sounds great here too. Hey, what kind of walkie-talkie you got, Alley Cat?
It's a Cobra 8H34.
Oh, is that on your base antenna though?
Oh yeah.
Well, 10-4. I think I might need more than 330 microfarads.
6841.
Ooh, I got a 6800 cap. Maybe I'll try that.
I would say that's going to give you a very long ping. Captain Coleslaw would be proud.
Yeah, but it's a repurposed cap, so the leads are too short. I have to solder some legs on. There's a big, giant, fat 200 volt 580, but that's a waste. No, not on my mute line. No. I don't know what the volts are on my mute line, but it ain't a lot. I don't think.
My Lafayette clear up? Does it sound all right now?
It was good that last one for sure.
Damn, poor. I persevered. I'm like, you know what? This thing don't generally give me trouble. It has to be dirt. Hey, Wayne.
Yo.
So that was a whole year. You know that was a whole year.
A whole year for what?
Since I took that picture.
Oh, yeah. Well, I really tried to find the schematic for that radio, and I just couldn't find it.
So y'all had to do y'all obligatory 2 hours?
Correct.
How was it?
It wasn't too bad, because we kind of rushed out of there. It was only 2 hours, but we still rushed out of there.
Yeah, if you got out of there in 2 hours, you did really good.
I know, I got my radio back, too.
I had 2 steps on you, man. I had my radio and I was out of there.
Yeah, but my radio's not fixed.
I sold mine.
Mine Warbles on sideband.
You probably should run it on AM for fun, man. Forget about the sideband. Run that baby on AM.
Does that radio use an external or an internal power supply?
External.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I could use it on AM, I guess. And it's got a pretty decent receive.
That's a good radio.
I know, that's why I want to get it fixed, so it won't warble on sideband. And even Dave said, even when I was on AM, if he put his radio on sideband, he could still hear the warble in it. So something's wrong.
You know, there's a possibility that if you ran that radio for 30 days, that the warble would go away.
I don't think so. I think some component went. Or is it in the process of going?
Well, it could be something as simple as, a little resistance in your power supply leads or something, and your power supply is not holding steady.
I got a 35 amp power supply. That shouldn't be any problem for that radio. It's 4 watts on AM and 12 watts on sideband.
He's not saying the power supply itself, but once it hits the radio, the 12 volt supply internally of the radio.
Well, that, or I'm talking about the leads even. Sometimes a little bit of corrosion on the fuse holder or any other number of reasons gives you a little bit of resistance in line, and Yeah, and yeah, there's probably an internal regulator for like 8 volts, you know, and any of those could possibly, or 5 volts for the PLL section. You know, if any of those is laying down a little bit, that could certainly cause it.
Maybe I should just hook it up and use it for a while, see if it clears up.
Yeah, give it 30 days.
You got nothing to lose by trying it.
Yeah, I know. I got a Tram D42 also. That's just AM. I haven't even hooked it up yet. See if it works.
You should try that.
I know. I got an extra little 5-amp power supply that should power that.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, what?
Suppose you try it and then find out that you hear all of the people that we've been hearing all along.
No, I don't think that would make a difference. I'm on the ICOM now, and I still can't hear people out there.
You running the preamp on that ICOM?
Not on AM. It doesn't work very well on AM. Works good on sideband. On AM, all it does is bring my noise level up.
Well, see, that's where Train might have a point. Sometimes the CB radios do a lot better by themselves, sensitivity-wise, where that ICOM needs that preamp to have the same sensitivity. I've run into that kind of situation where some CBs hear better than ham radios on AM with the preamp on.
Yeah, my Ranger receives very well. I actually run the RF gain down about halfway on my Ranger, but I still don't hear those people in the distance. It's my antenna height.
Well, all that factors in there is your noise floor. If you got a high noise floor, you know, no amount of sensitivity is going to help that.
Yeah, trust me, when you get a lot of noise, you don't hear much.
Yeah, I don't have that problem.
No, you got an ideal problem. No noise. That's great. I can't imagine that.
I'm getting away with 30 dB worth of preamp right now. And I'm not getting noise, but I am getting South America skip.
Oh, well, that's a good reason to turn at least 1 or 2 of them off.
I don't know. I'm having fun with all the preamp on and no noise. Well, no noise.
I would think Spanish-speaking skip would qualify as noise.
Well, there. I went down. Now I only got 10 dB worth of preamp.
Only 10? Oh, no.
Yeah, now you're at S9.
Oh, that's a good thing. That's about where I should be.
Which makes me think that this National needs help. I need 10 dB preamp to put you at S9, where you should be around an 8 normally.
Well, what happens if you turn them all off? Where do I drop down to then?
Well, let me see. Where are you at?
I'm right here.
You're a 6.
Oh, so you've been running preamps all along. There goes my I gotta fix that thing somehow. There we go. Throw them on frequency.
Boy, Bagger, if that would have been a spaceship, you would have crashed.
Spaceship?
Yeah, you should have hurt yourself.
Danger, Robin. Danger. The back of the microphone has one of those damn RJ11 jacks on it. And the microphone cord plugs into it. And the little plastic tab that keeps the jack, locked in place broke off. So, it'll pull right out. And if I just wiggle it a little bit, it'll sometimes give me a bad ground and it'll buzz a little. I'm torn. I guess I'm going to have to try to replace the RJ11 jack and, get it to work. I used to have, I had a set of crimpers for RJ45s and RJ11s, but those were at work, and I no longer have access to that. Darn it. gives me a 6, but his audio brings him up to a 7.
So the RJ11, that's like a cat and a flash phone style connector, right?
Yeah, it's an RJ11.
What unit is the RJ11? I guess that's the back of the microphone itself.
Yeah, on here, yeah. It's if you were have a telephone handset, it would be the jack that plugs in the wall.
Roger that. Yeah, you know, I never knew that was called an RJ11.
Yeah, me neither. You learn something new every classic radio roundup. I'm now the wiser. Hey, I'll catch you guys later. I'm 110.7. Getting that time. Been fun. Good listening. Catch you later. Good night, y'all.
Good night, JR. I didn't even know you were really there, man. I called for you.
Good night, old JR. Good to have you on the roundup.
Catch you, JR. Good night, OJ. Catch you later.
Oh, man.
Getting smaller and smaller.
Man, that was a double.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Double key. Who's handling that?
Me.
It wasn't me. You know when I'm keyed up, I squeal.
Yeah, you got this little squeal noise every time you key up, Pete.
Yeah, what's wrong with my radio?
You gotta see a technician. I have a real good technician.
I love running this kind of setup, and somebody asks me, you know, why is it? What's wrong with your radio? It squeals. That's the new boy. That's the newcomers. You know, they label themselves.
Yeah, they've never heard of Browning.
They wouldn't know. They are millennials.
Oh, no.
This is a desirable effect for classic radios.
Bagger, is the audio quality like it should be now?
At the moment it is, yes.
Yeah, I guess this thing was punishing me for leaving it sit so long. 10-4?
Yeah, but I still don't know whether the problem is in your microphone or in the radio.
As long as it's going.
Still seems to have a little bit of low in the background.
Hey, Roger, on the chugga. Yeah. I see something on the meter.
Yeah, it's going, you know, like if you had a little bit of a breeze blowing across your mic or something. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Roger that. I ain't gonna worry about it.
Well, it's really only there if you're listening for it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of thinking that if I keep on playing it, it'll go away.
Or like a cap arcing across, or just a weak connection somewhere, or this, you know, the electricity's jumping a gap.
Could be a stink bug down in my radio.
A stink bug? I don't know.
I saw a stink bug last week. There was a stink bug on my garage window screen. Like, I killed him.
That stink bug is still in my house. That little black bug with the red striping on them for months now.
I haven't seen any lanternflies this year, but I saw one stink bug, which is way better than years past.
Lanternflies usually don't show up until later.
You know, stink bugs used to come out of my tube radios when I turn them on and they get nice and warm, and out comes a stink bug. I'm like, you're going to die today.
If you kill a stink bug, is it now considered a stank bug?
No, that is past tense, 10-4.
Yeah, but now he's dead, so you can't talk about him.
I'm just going to say stank bug. I'm not going to call him by name. Like if he was Harry, I'm not going to be like, oh, Harry, the stink bug died.
You know what's cool about stink bugs
is they like to jump into soda cans or empty pop bottles and stuff. Like, all you got to do is hold up an empty can to them, and they jump right in. Like, okay, dude, thanks. Makes it easier to throw you away.
You wonder about it all. They like to go inside a thing. I think they go in there to hibernate.
I just know it makes it easy whenever I see one hanging out on a wall or something on a screen, or they just get an empty pop can and hold it up there, and they jump right in.
I remember one night I was having company, man, and it was this stink bug. I assumed that he was a male because he was showing off for the female. So he took off, you know, like, oh man, he was moving top speed through the house, you know, and then he crashed into the lamp, knocked himself out cold.
Oh no, let's go to the stink bug races.
Yeah, I think he was showing off. I think it was a male thing, and that it was that season.
Well, in the stink bug's defense, when I was showing off for females back in the day, I probably wound up doing very similar things.
Yeah, Roger, yeah, he crashed into a glass lampshade. Pow! And he went down. So I picked him up and got rid of him. It was over.
It's amazing what the male will do to show off in front of the female, even if it means self-destruction.
Yeah, deer have been known to get killed, man, going after, you know. Yeah, they be showing off and stomping it. Next thing you know, you're running across the street, don't look both ways.
Oh, there we go. That's interesting. My receiver's down for some reason. Anyway, I think it's about time for me to pull the plug. Everybody's going to bed here, so I want to say 73s, Christmas trees, and all that other good stuff, and we'll catch you guys another night, and we'll do it again next week on Classic Radio Roundup. Yeah.
Catch you, Dave.
Yep, see you later, Dave. I'm right behind you. 2 hours and 17 minutes worth of video gate on Classic Radio Roundup this week. Hey, y'all. Thanks for the fun. Got to exercise my 70-year-old transmitter system with my fake Browning ping. It sounds real, and that's all that matters. Again, thanks for the fun. Your county-wide radio to Spitfire 441-73.
Hey, Pete.
All right, back, all right, countywide.
Catch Pete.
See you, Pete. See you, Dave.
Oh, yeah, I hate to see them guys go.
You're only left with us.
Yeah, I was trying to get my radio together and everything, and they'd leave.
We had some time to play with you, but I can't stay up all night. I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, I do too.
I was hoping you'd come in here tonight just so you could get my ping.
Yes, sir. Well, I did catch it before you got out of here. Yeah, I was on my way home, man, and I hadn't too long got in, and then they decided to go out to dinner. So I'm like, it's Classic Radio Roundup tonight. You think they care?
I say that to the wife when she comes up with these crazy schemes. I'm like, you do know this is Wednesday, right? And she gives me the look like, do I look like I care? Like, you're either in or you're out. Well, you know what the answer to that is if you want to be on in good graces, right, Train?
Yeah, you may have to make a sacrifice.
Sacrifices have been made for the greater good and the happiness of the man. All right, I'm going to get out of here, though. It's too funny. I feel your pain. 7-3, countywide.
All right, countywide.
Happy wife, happy life.
There you go. So you got off of the walkie-talkie?
Yeah, I just thought I'd get in there and see how you guys liked it.
I liked it. I like walkie